Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back with some more Explorer and Pioneer content. Today we are running some 5-colour rainbow humans. Well, I suppose technically this is only 4 colours, because we're not running any black, but, you know, details, we'll call it rainbow humans. So we are running a new 1-drop from Pioneer Masters in this deck, and that is Experiment 1. So this is a 1 green for a 1/1 human Ooze, which has Evolve. And Evolve is an ability that says whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. On this creature, that is, and then you can remove 2 +1/+1 counters to regenerate it. Regeneration is an ability they don't use anymore, but it essentially prevents that creature from dying the next time it would be destroyed, and it's tapped. So you kind of see that ability in some of the more modern cards, which is the make something indestructible until end of turn and tap it. That's functionally the same thing. So yeah, that is our new card with Experiment 1. So we look to grow that with our other humans, and then just kind of beat down the opponent with our attacking creatures, as you normally do in a humans deck. So because it's 4 colours, we are using all of the creature type matter lands available to us. So we have the 4 Cavern of Souls, the 4 Secluded Courtyards, and the 4 Unclaimed Territories. And the rest of our land is just to allow us to cast mainly Collected Company, but also some of the other things, because we won't always have the right mix of these. So yeah, our mana base is fairly reliable for what is a deck which relies on quite a few different colours. But in terms of the humans that we're running, you'll recognise a lot of these from mono white humans. So we've got 4 copies of Hopeful Initiate, 3 Thalia Guardian of Thraben, 4 Coppercoat Vanguards, and 4 Thalia's Lieutenants. Those are kind of staples of the more traditional humans deck that kind of make up the backbone of the deck. And then we are running some interesting 3-drops. So we have 2 copies of Extraction Specialist. So this is a 3/2 with lifelink that lets us get back one of our creatures with mana value 2 or less from the graveyard. Adeline, or Adeline rather, we're just running the 1 copy of that, as we have quite a few 3-drops in this deck. Tightsail Larcenist, 2/3 with flying and ward 1. Turns one of the opponent's artifacts or creatures into a treasure token for as long as we control this. Reflector Mage, great tempo card, 2/3 for 3. When it enters, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That creature's owner can't cast spells with the same name as that creature until your next turn. And then the powerhouse of the deck, one of my favourite cards, 4 copies of Mantis Rider, 3/3 for blue, red, white, with flying, vigilance, and haste. So just an absolute monster of a keyword soup. That can just take the opponent out incredibly quickly. So yeah, that is that's the creature package, and then we are running 4 copies of Collected Company as well to let us get any 2 of these creatures for 4 mana at instant speed. Hence the kind of the high number of 3-drops, so we can get the maximum value off it. Then in the sideboard we have more humans, so 3 Cathar Commandos, so a good flash threat that could also destroy artifacts or enchantments. Dawnbringer Cleric, gentle graveyard hate, I would say, but also enchantment hate and life gain. Another Thalia against control, Damping Sphere to shut down things like Lotus Field. Unlicensed Hearse is our main graveyard hate of the deck, but could also act as an attacker. Elite Spellbinder can interfere with their hand. Another couple of Extraction Specialists if they're running lots and lots of removal. And then 2 copies of Thalia Heretic Cathar, so 3/2 for 3 with First Strike, and creatures and non-basic lands our opponent controls, our opponent's control enter tapped. So this is a good way of slowing them down, just as we kind of get in for the beats. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory humans deck. Just a bit more going on because of the 4 colours that we're running. And yeah, the Experiment 1 does give us some new abilities as well. So yeah, looking forward to trying this one out. Thank you very much for watching, as ever. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, let's go on to the ladder. Yeah, this is a decent enough hand. The land mix is a little odd, but we have enough to cast all of our things. So we'll open with a Hopeful Initiate. Okay, looks like a Rakdos deck from our opponent. Okay, Collected Company is a good draw, so we'll get Thalia out. build up to casting that at some point soon. Do I want to cast Athalia's Lieutenant on an empty board, or just Kite Sail Larcenist? Yeah, we'll just have a 2/3 flying, that's fine. If we didn't have Collected Company, I'd be a bit more reticent to do that. We do, so I'm not. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna get annoying quite quickly, so we'll attack. Pass the turn. And we'll see what they do. Da-da-da, yep. Cool. So what they're giving this double strike. Okay. Well, let's fire off Collected Company. And we'll grab Thalia and a Mantis Rider. Block. Block and block, I think, and I'll just take the 4. More land is not ideal, but this is pretty fine, to be honest. So we'll hit them for 11 here. And they'll struggle if they don't have an answer for our flyers. That's fine by itself. Okay, that was a flurry of activity that got absolutely nowhere. So, Rakdos Prowess. How are we sideboarding against that? I think Thalia is good here because of all of their cheap spells and interaction. Probably slightly better than Hopeful Initiate. 2 life probably isn't worth the cleric. Don't mind Thalia making all of their stuff come into play. Tapped, I like that more than Extraction Specialist in this matchup, I think. Yep, this will do. Human. Let's get Experiment 1 into play. Yeah, I'm not going to... Yeah, okay. This will be a pretty painful turn, so we'll get hit for 7. We'll play Hopeful Initiate. Sadly, I'm staring down, not having a huge amount of mana here. I would like to be able to Larsen this next turn. Okay, well that makes my decision pretty easy. Okay, well they've got the nut draw, so there's not much you can do in a situation like that. Okie dokie, we'll scoop. Yeah, I think this configuration is fine. This hand's... I mean, it's not great, but it's decent. We're all really just about the collected company here, so... Get experiment 1 down. Hopefully we can draw another creature next turn. Yeah, another experiment 1's not awful. They'll both grow when we play the Heretic Cathar. Become a 2/2. Okay, well, they're certainly going for it. So, human. Thalia. Oh, I think I'll attack here. Let's get a little frisky with them. Fortunately, that'll come into play tapped, which does blunt its effectiveness quite considerably. No blocks. Yep. Okay, let's sorcery speed our collected company here. We will grab a Reflector Mage and a Kitesail Larcenist. So we'll send that back to their hand. We'll turn that one into a treasure. All of our various creatures will evolve. We'll attack for 9. And then we'll probably win the game. Yeah, that's okay. Get ready to fire off another collected company. Which we'll do right now. So, Thalia... Ooh, well, no, let's just take... Yeah, because this is lethal now. Rather than trying to get too cute about it. Excellent. Okay. Showed you Rakdos prowess. I feel like I've played against Boltmeister before. Can't remember where. We'll get rid of Initiate here, we're not entirely sure we need it. Humans? Don't like it. I don't mind 2 collected companies, but I would like to have the land to be able to play them. Okay, Rakdos Demons this is. Human. Will turn their fear of missing out into a treasure. The Ward 1 on this is sneaky quite good, actually. Another fear of missing out. They really do fear missing out, don't they? Well, they can take one of my collected companies, but not the other one. No land to be able to play it yet, but Coppercoat Vanguard will help the situation. Okay, if they have... Okay, they have a torch to the tower, that's fine. So they can eat my experiment 1 here, but it did cost them their other fear of missing out anyway, so it's not the worst exchange. Okay, I'll get Collected Company down now. Reflector Mage and Thalia is fine here, so we'll send Shieldred back to their hand. Okay, don't love that. Still don't love it. Don't mind that. Goodbye. I still need an answer in the long run. What have I got in my bin? Ooh, I have a Thalia's Lieutenant. Oh, wonderful. That is great news for me. Now I can attack with everything. So they go to 1. Yep, okay. A wonderful extraction specialist saved the day there. So I assume this is Rakdos Demons. I didn't see any of the annex combos, so I think I want a little bit of enchantment removal. Thalia's pretty good at tangling with the creatures that they have. Better than other Thalia, I think. Less fussed about... Kitesail Larcenist probably dies a little bit too much. So we'll trim one of those. I think that's fine. We also have our Hopeful Initiates for other enchantment removal if we need it, so... His hand's not the quickest on the draw, but I don't think it's a unkeepable one, so... Okay, that's a good thing to draw on turn 1. To love ourselves an experiment 1. Blade of the Oni. Okay. Well, I will attack with my experiment. I'll take that trade all day long. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we don't currently have the mana to play Mantis Rider, but that's okay. We've got enough else while we wait. So these 2 green white lands are a little awkward. I would like to be able to Larcenist next turn to grow both of our experiments. I think Blade is a perfectly fine target for that. Yep, now it's an even better target. So it's Cavern of Souls on human. turn their Blade of the Oni into a treasure. I think I'm okay to just Mantis Rider next turn, because that'll grow both of our experiments. And hopefully we can just kill them before they can make the most of all this card advantage. Okay, that's annoying. I'm not sure they took the right target there, but... that's fine, gains them a bit of extra life, but they haven't really done anything to me, which is the main thing, so... Ha ha ha, nice try. So we'll play an experiment 1. And we'll fire up the Mantis Rider. Grow all of our various experiments. And now we're threatening quite a lot of damage, so... So yeah, we'd love a collected company off the top here, but... So the problem they have is that they looks like they're sitting on something like a Fatal Push, which doesn't have any good targets here without sacrificing their Blade of the Oni. Okay, so because I'm just going to regenerate that. So yeah, they take a bit less damage, but they haven't actually killed the experiment one. So they go to 7. Okay, create a 6/6, sure thing. Oh, that is just about the worst possible draw. Anything that wasn't a land there would have been great. So, if I attack, they take 8, which I think is still worth doing, even though we'll lose our Kite Sail Larcenist. Oh no, they can't block the Larcenist, they have to block the Mantis Rider or the Experiment one, so we will actually keep the Larcenist. Okay, looks like they have another Fatal Push. No, they're just gonna kill. They're just gonna die. Okay, fine. Fine by me. I mean, it's a hand that kind of works against itself in some ways, because Thalia makes our collected companies more expensive, but to be honest, chances of it surviving that long are not hugely high, so let's roll with it. I mean, if we get to fire these off, then we're just laughing all the way to victory, so... Okay, that's probably a bit much. Yeah, that's quite annoying now, actually. Okay, good. Well, that's fun, isn't it? That's... Well, that makes our collected companies less of an issue. That made them use a removal spell, so... Okay, that is a bit silly now. Yeah. Good, good joke. Ooh, they're running a Dimir control deck with some Jace comboing going on here. That's fun. So I wonder if this is the one that runs Tybalt. Herborg. Yeah, I mean, have at it. There's nothing really going on here. Okay, they fear the Mantis Rider. That's good to know. Okay, that's another 3-drop. Just to point out that I've now drawn like 5 cards in a row like that. Things that aren't lands. Apologies for daring to... So there's no targets for this. Reflector Mage doesn't do anything, so let's just play a Larcenist. Don't have the mana for Mantis Rider, unfortunately. And they're about to dig through time by the look of things. Yep. Okay. I don't need to stick around for this. We did not have the best luck there. Let's put it that way. I think that's putting it mildly. So, Thalia's good against control. Obviously, our Cavern of Souls are good here. I like Extraction Specialist for bringing back our creatures. Don't think we need quite as many Hopeful Initiates. Reflector Mage, we can trim one of those. Spellbinder can come in exchange for another Reflector Mage. Cathar Commando I actually quite like here as well, because it's at instant speed, so can play well around their counter spells and whatnot. Yep, this is a decent enough hand. We'll be able to turn to Thalia as well, so hopefully shut down their most egregious early plays. And they won't be able to counterspell any of our creatures either, so that's all to the good. I think we'll get Mantis Rider out next turn. Just start going down the beats. Then maybe we can double Thalia's Lieutenant. No, we'll just play the 1 then. Seems to be a little careful about mass removal spells. Nope. Okay. Yeah, okay. On the draw, it's basically the same thing, just worse. Yeah, unfortunately, because of our botched early botched game 1, we do have to face down at least having to win 1 game on the draw, which is not easy. Okay, well. They can get rid of Thalia, but it may well come back again. I think that makes sense on some level. Ah, the old Thoughtseize bug, saving us from ourselves once again. Okay, humans. Coppercoat Vanguards all over the shop. That's okay, I can live with that. Narset. The Parter of Veils. Sure thing. Well, let's bring back Thalia. Attack Narset. Down to 1. They have missed a land drop here, I think. Ooh, early Valky. I like not Tybalt. Yeah, we'll pop out a Mantis Rider. Take down Narset with... That gives us access to our Thalia again. We get our Larcenist back. Cavern of Souls is great. So humans... Yeah, I'll just chill here. Don't think we need to overextend into the board. There we are. A quick and fun, easy 3-0 with humans. Now, do we carry on is the question. What's our time looking like here? No, we'll just keep this as a slightly shorter video, perhaps. I think 3 is usually... one away from being able to get that. Well, never mind. But yeah, that was good. That was fun. Yeah, I'm not convinced it's better than the Mono White or Azorius variants, but, you know, we got to showcase Experiment 1, which did some good work, kind of getting lots of counters. Collected Company, obviously, great as ever. Yeah, no, that was a fun deck to play. So thank you very much for watching. Here's the deck list one more time for comments, thoughts, anything you might have to say. Always interested to hear your thoughts. And yeah, like and subscribe, obviously. Do it. If you haven't already, just do it. It's not that hard. Just click a button. See you next time.